Oh, it's cold out. Alrighty. Back to ye old grind. Let's see if I can get this one-handed. I can. Oh, it smells like wood out here. That's really rusty. Whoa. Oh, I love that smell. Well, hello YouTube peoples. Normally I'd start out with, this is McNut Makes VR, back with another video, but I've been thinking. I'm doing more than just gaming now. I'm doing more than just VR content. So I want to change my YouTube name. And I've done some thinking, done a little bit of brainstorming, and I'm thinking about changing the name to the McNut Clan. With that being said, I'm going to do this. Hold on here. Make sure I look pretty for you guys. Hold on. Put my gloves on because it is frickin' cold out. And I'm outside in my shed right now. So, this is me. Hi. This is the face behind McNut Makes VR. Or, well, now, it's McNut Clan. But today, I have a very, very different video for you guys. Because I thought I was going to get to go hunting again today. But it is way too cold. And I don't think my father's feeling very good today. So we're going to split some wood. It's going to be a little bit more boring than usual, but I'm going to show you guys the different ways that I have split wood throughout the years. Of course, we have it's my father's hatchet. Let me just grab our splitting block over here. Oh! Splitting block. And then over here, I'm going to shut this so it's not ridiculously cold out. We have my axe that me and my sister redid together. So, this is technically a hatchet head that one of my old neighbors, Morris, gave me. This is just a axe handle that I got from Canadian Tire. It came with the ring at the end. I like to keep it. And me and my sister kind of carved up the end, and we fit the head on, and I got rid of some of the rust on the head, and she works pretty good now. If you have a hatchet, and your hatchet isn't really working that well, I suggest getting a wedge, a splitting wedge, and a maul of some kind. And what that will allow you to do is so this would be the piece of wood, this is the wedge. You can kind of fit stick the wedge into the piece of wood, and then set it up on your splitting block. And then you can take the maul and just tap it a few times, and it'll split. Which, it's a splitting wedge, obviously it's going to do that. So, I'm going to get you guys set up at a better spot here, and we'll get started. Don't get me wrong, I will be continuing the gaming stuff, especially Fortnite and like Enlisted, things like that. But I figured I'd change it up a bit. This would be a normal sized piece of firewood right here. This is what I'm talking about when I say little guys. They are significantly shorter than the firewood. So we're going to split a bunch of these up. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for now. And I think we'll do probably start out with my axe just to see what she can do. And then we'll move on to the hatchet method, and then I'll show you guys the splitting wedge and maul method. So we'll see how my axe does against something like this. And I'll give you guys a full view of me and the splitting block and the wood. I highly recommend picking one of these up. This is an electric hydraulic wood splitter, and it's made our life so much easier. So much easier. I don't know, because I'm pretty well 6 feet tall, so I don't know how well this is going to work in here. Because this is a pretty long handle. Yeah, I'd end up hitting my ceiling. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to get full swings in, but we're just going to try and take a few slices off of this. And I haven't sharpened this yet. I haven't really done anything to it. So, yeah, I've just kind of run a file over it a few times to get rid of some of the big nicks. But there's like a, I'll show you. There's a chip right there, and she's rolled a little bit. I don't know how well that's picking up, but she's rolled a little. So we'll see. We'll see how she does. Give it a few swings. I'm just making sure I'm not going to hit anything important, because if I hit one of the beams, that's fine because they're pretty thick beams, but I don't want to hit this metal rack over here, and I don't want to hit any wires. Because this is just a shed. I'm like right here. Just try and take the corner of the triangle off. We want the middle of the pie. She actually didn't do too well, or too bad. We'll give her a flip. Not bad, not bad. All right, we'll see how she does on splitting this in half. I want to see if it'll split it in half in one hit. Oh yeah. See, yeah, that did pretty well. And that's ready for hatchet, so I'm not even going to continue with that. I want to give it a challenge now. Because that was pretty dry maple. Very dry, very straight grain maple. Let's see. I don't think it's ready for that. Oof. We'll try that one at the end. Okay. Here's a thick one. We'll see how she does against the thick one. Again, it's pretty straight grain. Doesn't really have any knots. So we'll see how she does. Ooh, that's a little bit angled. I need to take my dad's chainsaw at some point and cut the top of this splitting block off. She's kind of got an advantage because there's a crack right here. So I'm going to try and aim for that crack. Stuck. Let's give it another swing. I can get it unstuck. And if this is one of those ones we can't split with this, we'll either get it with the maul or the splitter over here. And we'll try again for the same spot pretty much. Go for in front of that spot actually. Oh yeah, we hit like right in front and beside the spot. And it's starting to crack. So I think I'm gonna, yeah, there we go. She let go. She's not quite there yet. And this is what splitting wedges would be good for. Is for if you get it pretty much split, you put your splitting wedge in, give it a few taps, it'll split it the rest of the way. But for the sake of me testing this, that actually didn't do too bad against that. And then these will probably just be a good tap. Whack. What you guys are hearing in the background is me hitting the bottom rack of a barbecue, and it's just the bottom like storage rack type thing. But I do need to be careful of it, and we may actually move here in a minute. I'm just right here because of the lighting. Good lighting. Okay. We'll just be more careful like that. So, a bit of information on how this works. This button here is your safety. You click it, it turns on. This lever allows this to push the wood into the splitting wedge. So you hold this, flick the lever, with your piece of wood here, it'll split it. Pretty straightforward little machine. So, my extension cord situation right now is a little bit sketchy. So, but if I don't have the extension cord plugged in to a light that's above me, you guys won't be able to see anything. So yeah, let's do this. We'll start off with a few small pieces. Yes, I have a foam pad underneath my knees that I'm kneeling on. I like doing these smaller pieces because it almost never blows them apart, and it always splits them how this one split. So it splits it and then it stays together a little bit and you can just pull it apart. This one might end up blowing apart though. And something I used to do is while it was like how it was, I'd pull on one side. But I learned that that's bad for this because the welds are designed to be strong this way, not this way. But I mean, one person pulling on it, I don't think it's going to break it. And you'd be surprised how small this splitter can split the wood. Okay, we gotta... Fuck me. This piece has really weird grain. And it does not want to split. I don't recommend doing this, but what you can do with pieces like this is set up another piece behind it. And you want to be careful because this piece can fling up or it can fling out. But it can help you kind of loosen pieces like this up where it's real stringy. This wood's still a little moist. I wouldn't say it's wet. I'd say it's moist. So that's as much as we're going to split off of that one. Let's give this guy a try. See what I mean by blowing apart? Let's continue on with the splitting, and I'll speed this process up for you guys. Now, as you guys can probably tell by the title of this video, I'm splitting enough for the entire winter. It's nearing the end of November now, and it's getting way colder. So we're going to have the wood stove going a lot more often. And we're going to need to clean it more. We're going to need wood, specifically small bits, to relight it. Because we cleaned it today, and we had to use kind of like rounds this big, and they didn't really like that well. But yeah, there's that, and I'm going to take a quick break, and then we'll get back to it, because my knees hurt. Filming. So I got you guys set up at a different angle now. You guys can see me and the entire splitter. Actually want to straighten this out a little. Straighter to me, that is. Oh. The last one. I can get another pack. Oh. So I know this video is a little bit different from what I normally do, but I'm starting to get more inspiration from bushcrafting YouTubers and like outdoor YouTubers, and I love the outdoors. So don't let my nylon pants and fucking bright blue sweater and camouflage jacket that's all ripped up fool you. My main inspiration has come from Outdoor Boys, though, and I really want to be able to do what he does. I really want to be able to do what he's doing. But yeah, I'm going to start posting more videos like this and videos like I posted yesterday, where it's just either me and my dad or just me going through the woods and having a good time. And during fishing season, I'll definitely be filming a lot of fishing. A lot of fishing. We got some pretty good spots. But yeah, finally, face reveal. This is me. This is Jeremy in the flesh. I figured I may as well show my face now. I already know I'm not going to get to 50 or 100 subscribers anytime soon, so I figured why not? Show my face. See how it goes. Let's continue. Technically, this is the last piece. Technically. Quite a bit of wood. It is. Quite a bit of wood. This doesn't rest the entire winter. It doesn't well. It's just a cold or something. You can't burn coal in Canada. It's easy. Where's the coal anyway? You need coal for forges. Blacksmith and stuff. So I do plan on making my own forge at some point. I do. I plan on making a video. So stay tuned to my channel for that in the spring. I need to be able to go down somewhere and get clay to be able to make my forge now. I need to buy clay. I know natural clay. It's good clay too. And I'll not be showing the process on like how to get to this spot through town because I don't want hundreds of people going there, getting clay, messing with everything, destroying the environment down there. I don't want that. Because I know the people in this town. They're not exactly the most respectful towards the woods. Some of us are. But me, I will never cut down a dead tree and I will never take what I need from the woods. Okay. So that's that done. I need to clean up now. Alright, let's get this cleaned up. My cup fell over. No, this stuff does not get thrown in the garbage. We do not put the bark and sawdust in the garbage. We keep it for bonfires and or compost. Because I use it for mulch. So I have 5 or 6 different trees now. They're just maple trees and willow trees. I think one of them might be oak. I don't know. And now I need the shovel. So this is my little red shovel. I normally use this shovel for digging like snow trenches and stuff for my nephews. But it works really well as a dust for big chunks of wood. And then there's just a black garbage can over here where we have been putting the bark. I'll actually turn you guys so you can see it. Here we go. And this is like filled with bark. It is full. Next time we have a bonfire, I might find some of it. We also have it for if we ever run out of wood, we can use that. but we have never run out of wood. Some of the wood that's in here is actually from like 2 years ago when we bought wood. God bless the guy who used to bring us wood. I don't know if he passed away or if he's just too old and can't do it anymore. But he would bring us like a quart and a half every time. And he'd only charge us for a quart. Okay. I'm going to put the broom and shovel away. Thank you all for watching. This is me. This is my face. I am changing the channel name to McNut Clan. I'm going to post a short before this to address you guys personally. And yeah. That being said, goods of the buys.